Before cities, before money, before clocks, offices, passwords, bills, and glowing screens. Humans were already trying to change the way their minds felt. They found plants that made the body heavy, mushrooms that made the forest breathe, smoke that made fear loosen its grip, fermented drinks that made strangers feel like family. And the strange part is this: they did not live easy lives. Ancient humans were surrounded by hunger, cold, injury, predators, storms, and death. So why would a survival machine risk becoming intoxicated? Why would the primitive brain want to feel high? At first, it sounds like a mistake, a weakness, a distraction from survival. But when you look deeper, getting high may not have started as escape. It may have started as a tool, a dangerous one, but still a tool. Imagine a small group of humans at night. No walls, no police, no hospitals, just firelight, animal sounds in the dark, and bodies that remember every threat. The brain of an ancient human was not designed to be calm all day. It was designed to scan, to listen, to notice movement in the grass, to wake up quickly, to fear the unknown before the unknown reached them. That kind of mind keeps you alive, but it also carries a cost. A brain built for survival does not easily turn off, and ancient humans needed ways to break the pressure, not for fun only, for release, for ritual, for connection, for courage. In many early cultures, altered states were not treated as random pleasure. They were often connected to ceremonies, healing, grief, hunting, fertility, death, in contact with the spirit world. To the modern mind, that may sound irrational, but to the ancient mind, the invisible world felt very real. Thunder had intention. Dreams carried messages. Sickness could be a curse. Death did not feel like the end of biology. It felt like a doorway. So when a plant changed perception, people did not simply think, "This chemical affects my brain." They thought, "Something is opened." That matters, because the first reason humans may have wanted to feel high was not entertainment. It was meaning. The altered mind made the world feel alive. The trees seemed to speak. The dead felt closer. Pain felt transformed into story. Fear became ceremony. And in a world with little control, meaning was survival. A human being can endure more suffering when suffering has a shape. That is still true today. Modern humans do not sit in caves under animal skins. But the brain still searches for meaning when life feels unbearable. Some people scroll for hours. Some drink. Some chase adrenaline. Some lose themselves in music, work, religion, romance, games, or substances. The object changed. The hunger did not. The primitive brain still wants to escape the cage of ordinary consciousness. But there's another reason: bonding. Ancient survival was not individual. A lone human was fragile. A tribe was protection. A tribe meant shared food, shared warning, shared childcare, shared memory. So anything that helps people bond had survival value. Rituals did that. Dancing did that. Singing did that. Drumming did that. Fermented drinks may have done that too. When people entered altered states together, they were not just getting intoxicated. They were synchronizing. They were laughing at the same time, moving at the same rhythm, crying over the same dead, believing in the same spirits. For a few hours, the lonely self dissolved into the group. That feeling is powerful because the human brain hates isolation, not metaphorically. Biologically, to the ancient nervous system, isolation meant danger. Today, you can be surrounded by people and still feel alone. You can have hundreds of contacts and no tribe. You can sit in a bright apartment with food delivery, climate control, and high-speed internet and still feel like something ancient inside you is starving. Because comfort is not the same as connection. Ancient humans had less privacy, less control, less personal space. But they had something many modern people quietly miss: shared reality. The high was sometimes a doorway back into that shared reality. But there is a darker layer: pain. Ancient life hurt. Teeth rotted. Bones broke.
Childbirth was dangerous.
Infections could kill. Grief was constant. Plants that numbed pain, calmed fear, or changed mood would not feel like luxury. They would feel like mercy. Some substances may have been used medicinally long before people separated medicine from ritual. The healer, the shaman, the elder, the storyteller, these roles often overlapped. If a plant reduced pain, created visions, or made someone feel touched by the gods. It was not only chemistry, it was treatment. And maybe that is the most unsettling part. Modern people often think addiction, intoxication, and escape are failures of discipline. But the desire to leave ordinary consciousness may be much older than weakness. It may come from a brain that was never built to carry constant pressure alone. The ancient human did not have your inbox, but they had predators. They did not have rent, but they had famine. They did not have social media comparison, but they had death close enough to smell. Every age creates its own pressure, and every brain looks for relief. Still, altered states were dangerous. Ancient people knew this too. The same plant that healed could harm. The same drink that bonded could destroy judgment. The same vision that gave meaning could become terror. That is why many cultures wrapped intoxication in rules, ritual, timing, elders, ceremony, sacred boundaries. The modern world removed many of the rituals but kept the substances. It removed the tribe but kept the craving. It removed the sacred story but kept the empty escape. And that may be why modern intoxication often feels different. More private, more compulsive, more lonely. Ancient humans may have used altered states to enter the group. Modern humans often use them to disappear from themselves. That is the twist. The primitive brain did not necessarily want to get high because it hated reality. It wanted to change reality long enough to survive it. To soften pain, to bond with the tribe, to speak with the dead, to face fear, to turn chaos into meaning. And maybe deep down, modern humans still want the same thing. Not just pleasure, not just escape, a break from the narrow little room of the self. A moment where the world feels bigger. A moment where pain becomes bearable. A moment where loneliness stops feeling permanent. But the brain is old and the world is new. So we keep reaching for ancient doorways in modern rooms. Screens, substances, noise, work, fantasy, distraction. Anything that changes the feeling of being alive. Ancient humans looked into firelight and saw spirits. Modern humans stare into blue light and call it rest. But the hunger underneath is familiar. You are not just a modern person with modern habits. You are an ancient nervous system trying to survive a world it did not evolve for. And maybe that is why humans have always wanted to feel high. Not because we are broken, but because consciousness itself can become heavy. And sometimes the mind looks for a way out, even when the body is safe. Your brain remembers more than you think. If this video made you see human behavior differently, subscribe to Primitive Mind.